You think you know how to cruise as an adult until the ship teaches you the quiet rules nobody printed. Some are about privacy, some are about signals, some save you from an awkward hallway moment, and one simple choice can change the mood of your trip before dinner starts. Tip number 1. Your balcony is not as private as it feels. A balcony cabin can feel like the most private place on the ship. You step outside, the ocean is right there, the wind is moving, and the door closes behind you. Suddenly, it feels like the rest of the ship has disappeared. That feeling is nice. It's also a little misleading. Cruise balconies are private, but they are not secret. The divider between you and the next cabin is often thin. Sometimes there are small gaps. Sometimes sound carries around the panel. Sometimes the person next door is sitting there quietly with a coffee, hearing much more than you think. And that matters when adults start treating the balcony like a romantic movie scene. Enjoy the balcony, have the wine, watch the sunset, wear the robe, take the cute photos. Just remember that you're still attached to hundreds of other balconies stacked beside you, above you, and below you. The ocean makes everything feel cinematic, but the ship is still a crowded floating hotel. People wake up early, people nap in the afternoon. People step outside at random times. And on some ships, crew may be cleaning nearby balconies or working on maintenance in nearby areas. So the naughty tip is simple. Use the balcony for mood, not for complete privacy. Keep your voice lower at night. Be aware of reflections in the glass. Do not assume that darkness hides everything. And if you're planning a quiet romantic evening, check both sides first. A balcony is one of the best parts of cruising as an adult. It gives you fresh air, quiet space, and a place to breathe away from the crowds. But it is not a locked private island. The sea may stretch forever, but your neighbors are still just 5 feet away. Tip number 2. Know what the upside-down pineapple means. A pineapple looks innocent. It feels tropical. It belongs on shirts and tote bags, drink cups, door magnets, pool towels, and almost every souvenir rack near the port. But on a cruise ship, an upside-down pineapple can carry a very different message. Many cruisers understand it as a signal linked to swinging or partner swapping. Now, that does not mean every upside-down pineapple is serious. Some people wear it as a joke. Some people use it because they saw it online. Some people buy pineapple decor because it looks cute and have no idea anyone reads it in that way. But enough people do know the meaning. So if you place an upside-down pineapple on your cabin door, bag, hat, lanyard, or shirt, do not be surprised if certain passengers notice. And yes, they may notice fast. Cruise ships have their own little languages. Some are official, like lanyard colors, dining times, and deck numbers. Others are unofficial. They spread through message boards, Facebook groups, TikTok, and years of cruising gossip. The upside-down pineapple sits right in that second category. Now, this doesn't mean you need to panic if you own pineapple print. A normal pineapple is just a normal pineapple. A tropical shirt is still a tropical shirt. But when it's upside down, especially on a cabin door, people may read it as an invitation. Now, that's why this tip matters. You do not want to spend the first half of your cruise wondering why strangers keep smiling at your door magnet. And if you do know what it means and choose to use it, be respectful. Cruise ships are social spaces, not private clubs. Some people are curious. Some people are not. Some are just trying to find the buffet. The smarter adult move is to understand the signal before you accidentally send one. Tip number 3. Your cabin walls are not built for secrets. Now, cruise cabins look cozy. They're clean, compact, and private enough for sleep, changing clothes, room service, and a little break from the crowd. But if you think the walls are hotel suite thick, you may get humbled by night 2. Sound travels on cruise ships. You can hear hallway conversations. You can hear cabin doors closing. You can hear kids running. You can hear the person next door opening drawers, coughing, laughing, arguing, or turning the TV up too loud. And yes, sometimes people hear adult things too. And that is where many couples misjudge the room. The door is locked, the lights are low, and suddenly the cabin feels like a private little world. But the cabin beside you might have early sleepers. The cabin across the hall might have grandparents. The cabin next door might have someone reading quietly in bed, now unwillingly trapped in your audio drama. Now, that's not the kind of cruise memory anyone requested. Now, this does not mean you have to act like you're in a library. You paid for your cabin, you should enjoy it. But adult cruising works better when you understand the ship around you. Keep music at a reasonable level. Do not have loud arguments late at night. Be careful with balcony conversations after midnight. And if your cabin has a connecting door, assume sound will carry even more. And the same goes for the hallway. People forget that cabin corridors are narrow echo tunnels. A whispered joke at 1 a.m. can sound much louder when the ship is quiet. A group coming back from the club can wake up an entire section without realizing it. So keep the fun, keep the romance, keep the late night room service. Just manage the volume. Your cabin is private, your noise is not. Tip number 4. The drink package can turn into a trap. A drink package sounds like freedom. You pay once, then you stop thinking about every cocktail, beer, glass of wine, specialty coffee, and frozen drink by the pool. For adults, that can feel like the start of vacation. But this is where the ship quietly tests you. A drink package is only worth it if it matches how you actually drink, not how you imagine you'll drink when you're excited and watching cruise videos at home. On many cruise lines, both adults in the cabin may need to buy the package if one gets it. Some packages have price limits per drink. Some exclude certain bottles, premium brands, minibar items, room service, or specialty tastings. Some add gratuities on top. Then come the port days. If you leave the ship at 8 in the morning and come back at 5, you have less time on board to use that package. If you have an early excursion the next morning, you may not want 5 drinks the night before. If you're traveling in hot weather, drinking more just to break even can turn the next day into a slow punishment. Now that's the part people forget. The package can make you feel like you need to keep ordering, and suddenly, the cruise is not relaxing. It's math with a lime wedge. Now the smarter move is to calculate before you buy. Look at the daily cost, add their gratuity. Think about sea days, port days, coffee, wine with dinner, and whether you actually want to drink that much every day. For some adults, the package is perfect. It removes stress. It gives them room to enjoy the ship without checking every receipt. For others, it becomes a challenge they never needed. Vacation should not feel like you're trying to defeat a spreadsheet. Tip number 5. The best adult nights are not always at the loudest bar. New cruisers often follow the noise. They hear music by the pool. They see the crowd around the main bar. They assume that's where the real adult fun is happening. Sometimes it is, but often the best night is somewhere else. On many ships, the grown-up energy moves around after dinner. It may be in a small piano bar where people actually talk. It may be in the martini lounge where the lighting is better and the crowd is calmer. It may be in an adult comedy show, a silent disco, a late-night game show, a casino bar, or a quiet corner near live jazz. The loudest place is not always the best place. It's just the easiest one to find. Experienced cruisers know how to read the ship. They check the daily planner, but they also pay attention while walking around. They notice where couples are dressed nicely. They notice where the crew sends people who ask for a better drink. They notice which lounge starts empty at 8 and becomes interesting at 10. Now that's how you find the adult side of the cruise. Not by chasing the biggest crowd, by finding the right room at the right hour. Now this also protects the trip from getting messy. The main pool bar can be fun, but after several hours in the sun with loud music and strong drinks, it can turn sloppy. People get too loud. Lines get long. Conversations get harder. A better adult night has rhythm. Dinner, a walk on deck, a proper drink, a show, then a late lounge where the ship finally slows down. That is the sweet spot. You do not need to party like you're 21 to have a naughty cruise. Sometimes the best nights start when you leave the obvious bar. Tip number 6. Cruise ships have cameras almost everywhere. The cruise ship can feel like a bubble. You're away from home. You're dressed differently. You're eating more, drinking more, staying up later, and talking to people you just met 3 hours ago. That bubble can make adults forget something important. The ship is still monitored. There are cameras in many public areas. Hallways, elevators, stairwells, casino spaces, pool decks, bars, lounges, and exterior areas may all be watched for safety. Security teams are there for a reason. They deal with theft, fights, accidents, harassment, medical issues, and passengers who drink past their common sense. So before you get too bold in a hallway, elevator, hot tub, or quiet corner of the ship, remember that public space is public space. Now that sounds obvious. It becomes less obvious after midnight. This is one of the most useful naughty cruise tips because it's not about fear, it's about dignity. Do not do anything in an elevator that would feel painful to watch later under bright office lights. Do not assume a dark deck has no eyes on it. Do not treat a stairwell like a private room. And don't let a few drinks convince you that rules have taken the night off. Cruise lines can cut off alcohol service. They can remove passengers from venues. In serious cases, they can involve ship security, local authorities, or put someone off at the next port. Most people never reach that point, but every cruise has a few passengers who forget the ship is not lawless. The smart adult knows how to have fun without becoming the story strangers tell at breakfast. The goal is simple. Enjoy the ship. Do not become ship gossip. Tip number 7. Friendly and flirty are not the same thing. Cruises make people more social. That's part of the appeal. You sit beside strangers at the bar. You share elevators. You dance near people you don't know. You talk to someone in line for coffee, then see them again at dinner, then again near the theater. And by day 3, the ship feels smaller, and that can be fun. It can also make some adults misread the room. Someone laughing at your joke does not always mean they're flirting. Someone talking at the bar may just be passing time before a show. Someone dancing near you may not be inviting anything. And a crew member being warm, charming, and attentive is just doing a professional job. Now that last one matters. Crew members are trained to be friendly. They remember names, they smile, they ask how your day was. They may joke with you because good service feels personal, but that does not mean it is personal. Do not put crew in an awkward position. Don't ask them invasive questions, and don't pressure them to meet after work. Don't confuse kindness with interest. The same rule applies to passengers. A crew's confidence is fine. Crew's desperation is not. If someone turns their body away, gives short answers, mentions their partner, checks their phone, or stops adding to the conversation, let it end. No drama, no wounded ego. Just move on. The best adult cruisers know how to start a conversation and how to leave one cleanly. That skill makes the whole trip smoother, because on a ship, you may see the same person again. At breakfast, in the elevator, on an excursion bus, in the theater row behind you. So keep it light, keep it respectful, and pay attention. A little charm can make a cruise better. Too much pressure can make a small ship feel very small. Tip number 8. Use the adult-only deck before everyone else finds it. Many ships have an adult-only area. The name changes depending on the cruise line. It might be called a Serenity Deck, Solarium, Retreat, a Beach Club, Sanctuary, Thermal Area, or Adult Pool Space. Some are free and some cost extra. Some are quiet and simple. Some feel more upscale. Some have padded loungers, better shade, hot tubs, bar service, or a calmer pool. But the mistake many adults make is waiting too long to use it. They spend the first day battling for chairs near the main pool. They deal with loud music, wet towels, kids splashing, crowded bars, and people walking past every 10 seconds. Then halfway through the cruise, they finally wander into the adult-only area and realize they should have been there since day 1. Don't make that mistake. Find the adult-only deck early. Walk there on embarkation day. Learn the fastest route from your cabin. Check whether it costs extra. Ask when it's quiet. Notice where the shade moves. If reservations are needed, handle that before sea day, not after good chairs are gone. The adult-only deck is not always the wild party of the ship. In fact, it's usually the opposite. And that's the point. It's where you go when you want the cruise to feel slower, cleaner, quieter, and more grown up. It's where you read for 20 minutes and accidentally stay for 2 hours. It's where a drink tastes better because nobody's cannonballing beside you. The best times are often early morning, late afternoon, and during peak family pool hours. Bring sunglasses, bring water, bring a book, bring headphones if you want silence on demand. And do not assume adult only means anything goes. It means fewer interruptions, and that alone can feel like luxury. Tip number 9. A spa pass can be more adult than another excursion. The spa is easy to ignore. You walk past it on the first day. Someone offers a tour. You nod politely, take a brochure, and tell yourself you'll think about it later. Then the cruise gets busy. Excursions, shows, dinner times, port days, crowded pools, late nights, early mornings. By the middle of the trip, you're having fun, but your body knows you're not really resting. That is where a spa pass can quietly save the cruise. Not every ship has the same setup, but many have thermal areas with heated loungers, steam rooms, saunas, therapy pools, rain showers, or quiet relaxation rooms. Some limit the number of passes sold, which keeps the area calmer than the rest of the ship. For adults, that can be worth more than another busy port tour. There is something different about stepping away from the noise, putting on a robe, and letting the ship move while you do absolutely nothing. No schedule, no crowd, no loud pool contest, no buffet line, no one asking where the sunscreen went. Just heat, water, silence, and time. That may sound simple, but on a cruise ship, silence is a premium item. The best move is to check the spa on embarkation day. Ask what access includes. Ask if there's a daily pass or full cruise pass. Ask if couples can book together. Ask when it gets busy. Then decide before the best slots disappear. This is especially useful on sea days, cold weather cruises, or itineraries with intense port stops. A naughty cruise does not have to mean loud. Sometimes the most adult thing you can do is disappear into a robe and stop explaining yourself for an hour. Tip number 10. Plan one grown-up night before the cruise plans it for you. A cruise gives you options every night. And that sounds great until you're actually on board, tired after dinner, scrolling through the app trying to decide between a show, a bar, a comedy act, a deck party, a casino time, or going back to the cabin. Many adults waste their best night because they assume the cruise will naturally turn romantic and exciting on its own. And it might, but it works better when you plan one night with intention. Not every night, one night. Choose it before the trip. Pick the outfit. Book the specialty restaurant if you want one. Check the show schedule. Find the bar you want to try after dinner. Decide whether you want photos, dancing, a late night walk on the deck, or quiet time away from everyone. That one planned night gives the cruise a center. It also avoids the classic adult vacation problem, both people waiting for the other person to create the mood. Now, the ship will give you food, music, lights, ocean air, and a reason to dress better than usual, but it will not automatically give you timing. You still need to protect the evening from bad planning. Don't book the most exhausting excursion that day. Don't overdrink at lunch. Do not leave dinner reservations until the last second. And don't wear new shoes that feel like punishment by 9 p.m. And do not save the best night for the final night, if you can avoid it. The last night often comes with packing, luggage tags, account checks, and that strange feeling that vacation is already slipping away. Pick an earlier night. Give it space. A cruise has plenty of casual moments. That part is the fun. But one intentional grown-up night can turn a good trip into the one you keep talking about after you get home. The best adult cruises are not the wildest. They're the ones where you know what to enjoy, what to avoid, and when to protect the mood. Now click the next video on screen. I'm sure you'll love it. So travel smart, stay calm, and remember, your voyage is just beginning.